Imagine getting messages like this on your voicemail.
You hate me. You kill me. You do not true. You know how a woman does it to people like you and men who have no brains? And I don't mean you have no brains. I mean the man. She does it, people. Somehow she's able to get their guts and get their souls and cause them to react and want to kill me.
For 4 years, Joanne Lee, a former Straits Times correspondent and television news presenter, had to live with voicemails such as this. Email, letters, and gifts from a woman called Amy Chua who claimed to be her husband.
When I first heard them, I broke down in tears quite a few times because it was very, very disturbing, to say the least. And then there are other times when she calls and she leaves messages when she's obviously drugged up, and she'll say sorry for what I said before, I still want you, we're still married, I don't want to divorce you, stuff like that. So it's hard listening to it.
Now, even after a year and more?
It's still very hard listening to it. And I had to put together the voice clips for the police, so I really had to listen to every single bit and pick out the worst bits and put them together. So it was tough listening to it again and again and again when I was actually editing it down for the police.
It's for people like you that the hospitals are built for people like me.
The harassment started innocently enough though, with Amy sending letters to Joanne saying that she's a fan of a television news program. Amy then progressed to sending Joanne email almost every day, professing her love for her.
Initially it was just rambling, saying things like, she's got a Dior Cinderella glass slipper that fell out of my fairy tale book or something like that. I mean, it started out as silly as that to things like, God told me that you love me, or I saw you in church the other day, were you wearing a mini skirt with an afro? I mean, things that were clearly out of this world. I mean, and then it got kind of sinister, and it was like, did you sleep with this woman? Did you sleep with that man? Did you cheat on me? Do you love that woman? And then she progressed. After my first police report, she progressed onto voicemails, and that's when it got really scary because she would scream and shout into the phone.
You know what you put me through when you call the police and I have to go down and be questioned? I don't have time!
Alternately, she will sort of be, I guess, on medication, and she'd be slurring away and saying, I didn't mean it, I love you, and things like that.
It's not you. Don't worry. Even if it were you, honey, I forgive you completely. I love you.
What really, really scared me was when she said in an email, Joanne, I'm thinking about taking out all my life savings so that I can hire a private investigator to find out where you live, so I can come and find you, and then I can whisk you away on holiday. By then, I was so afraid and anxious already that to me that sounded like, is she going to abduct me or something like that, And I was afraid for my dog, for my family. So you could definitely see the decline in her feelings for me.
In the next clip, find out how the harassments affected Joanne's life and how her boyfriend at the time reacted to the stalking.